This month, the move of the month is coming to you from Bandung, West Java, Indonesia. So thank you, Abby, for letting me use your studio. Today we're going to do the Goalpost Rotator Cuff exercise. So it's one of my favorite exercises for shoulder stabilization. It's not for people who have acute shoulder issues because we are going to be in this kind of, not quite overhead, but this difficult position for the shoulder. But for someone who's getting back to their sport, especially if they do a lot of overhead sports, tennis, volleyball, swimming, that sort of thing, we need that scapular stability and strength in this position, this goalpost position of abduction and external rotation, which is what we call the most vulnerable position of the shoulder, but it's also one of the most important and functional. So on the reformer, I'm going to also show you a way to do it if you don't have a reformer. But on the reformer, I have on one blue spring on the first gear, and I have put the handles on, as you've noticed, because I think the grip works a lot better than the straps. And the line of pull is about directly in front of me. I'm going to do this in a long sit position. I scoot all the way to the back so that I start with tension. Hands are at shoulder level. I'm going to pull back into a flat goalpost or flat cactus position. Then I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together to isolate my rhomboids. Then I'll externally rotate both arms. I'll then internally rotate both arms. I'll release the rhomboids and then I'll come forward. Okay, so again, I'm going to pull back to this rhomboids 2 position. I'm going to then isolate my rhomboids. I'll then externally rotate both arms, and then I'll come back to internal rotation, release the rhomboids, and go forward. So there's basically 6 steps for each rep. So again, one more time, getting a more of a posterior view. I'll pull back to my goalpost or flat cactus. I'll isolate my rhomboids, externally rotate, internally rotate, release the rhomboids, and then come forward. Great. Now you can also do that if you'd like seated on a box, if your client can't tolerate the long sit position. And if you really want to up the challenge, you could do it in your kneeling position so that you're challenging the core at the same time.